Hey, and what's up, guys? I told you I was going to sort out that Pokemon selection variable real quickly. We aren't going to do the actual selecting of the Pokemon. We'll do that when we pick up new Pokemon, but we're going to sort out this thing quickly. So you can open up your player base, and we're going to make this function quickly. So I'll just do it on mouse wheel up because it's going to do the same thing. On mouse wheel up, we are going to first of all add a variable. You can call it Pokemon selection of type integer. Then you're going to drag it out, you're going to get it, and you're going to see if it's equal to the length of our Pokemon bag. So we're going to get our Pokemon bag component, and we're going to get our Pokemon bag, and we're going to get its length, so how many Pokemon we have in our bag. So we're going to do like a little wraparound sort of thing, and we'll do a branch, and we'll plug in the bool value, and then if it's false, if it's not equal to the length, we're going to increment it. So we'll get our Pokemon selection, and we'll increment int, so we'll +1, and then we'll set it. And if it is equal to the length of our Pokemon bag, then we'll just set it to 0 again. So it like does a wraparound type of deal. And just to see this happening, we can do a print string, and just plug it in like that, and duplicate it, and plug it in like that. And then you could do exactly the same thing, like exactly the same function on mouse wheel down. Let's get rid of this to make it a bit cleaner. I'll actually just delete it just to show you it is exactly the same thing. So pull over there, grab all of this, and there we go. Okay, so compile, save. Alright, and then we should be able to test this out quickly. So it's equal to 0, doesn't matter which way I'm going around. So if we go pick up a Pokemon, doesn't matter what Pokemon, it's going to be added to our bag, and then it will just wrap around, so we can scroll infinitely around, and that's going to be like on our screen where the Bulbasaur is, and then there'll be the 5 other little Pokemon, and it'll wrap around through them, swapping them into the big image where Bulbasaur is, if that makes sense. And then just for example, where we're going to be using this is on like spawn Pokemon and that type of deal. Wherever we get this, where we've done this, we're going to use this Pokemon selection. So we're going to spawn that one from that index. But we're going to do it -1. So just like that. So Pokemon selection -1, and that's the one that we're going to get. And I can show you that this is going to work because we're going to, otherwise we wouldn't be able to spawn our Pokemon. Let's just put it that way. So here's our Pokemon. So if it's equal to 0, I should not be able to spawn a Pokemon. But if it's equal to 1, I should be able to spawn a Pokemon. And there we go. Simple as that. Not much to it. It's just a little wraparound feature, and then this is what we'll implement each time. So what we can do is actually collapse this to a function, and we'll call this get Pokemon, or get current Pokemon selection. We can just make it pure and const, and there we go. So just like that. Compile and save. Simple, easy, and I will see how much places I can find where we've gotten this variable, but I'll update that in the next video. For now, I know it's working, and it's going to work this way, and that'll be great. So right off the bat, when we go into battle, we're going to need this function, I guess, over here. Yeah, so get current Pokemon selection, drag it in, and just plug it in. There we go. We get it over here again, so get current Pokemon selection and plug it in. Oops, not the variable, we need to get the function. It's just so we don't have to type out -1 each time, because we need one back of where we are, if that makes sense. It might not, but I guess that's the way it goes in the programming world. So I think I've covered most of them. There'll probably be some like in here. Well, there's one right here. So we're going to set it to the Pokemon that we have out, which would be, let's go off of our player reference here, and we'll say get current Pokemon selection, and just plug it in. Okay, now we can see if we have it anywhere else inside of the battle widget. No, we don't. So WB startable, we can, I think this one we can leave to 0 on the antagonist. Should be fine. Yeah, that'll be fine. We can set his montages accordingly as well and whatnot. But we'll do that as soon as I get Squirtle and Bulbasaur's montages in. But anyway, this is a way better way of doing things. We'll get rid of the print string as well, but once we've tested it out a bit more, but you can see it just wraps around. It stays on 0 if we've got no Pokemon in our bag, and if we pick up one, it wraps around. So now I'm on 1, and I should be able to spawn Charmander, and there we go. I can call him back. I should do a montage for calling him back. I'll do animation on the character as well when I do Squirtle and Charmanders. Squirtle and Bulbasaur. One other thing that we can add is when we spawn our Pokeball. So spawn Pokeball, not spawn Pokemon, when we throw our Pokeball. So event graph, throw Pokeball, it detaches from the actor somewhere around here. There we go, throw Pokeball. Okay, so when he finishes his timeline and he's made it all the way over here, we're going to play an animation. So off of the Pokeball, we're going to get the skeletal mesh, and we'll say play animation, and the animation we can play is Pokebee open. Simple enough. This would be on the finished, so over here once he's finished moving. Okay, and it won't be looping, it'll just play once. We should be able to see this, just another little thing that we can add to make it cool. It didn't work, funnily enough. I don't know why. Maybe it's not a good idea to call it out of here. We'll call an actual function off of the Pokeball. So I just didn't want to cut the video so short. So let's go into our Pokeball. Now we'll make a custom event, and we'll call this open Pokeball. And then we'll get our skeletal mesh, and we'll say play animation. And the animation that we will play will be the Pokeball open. And it should work just fine. We can double check that it is playing. I mean, we can just do it here, and it is playing. So I'll clear that, compile, and I'll push play. Should open. Come on. Maybe it is opening up, it's just not within my view. It could be the case. Let's throw it somewhere close and turn around. Nope. Okay, so I don't know why that's not playing. Not looping, not playing. And then I guess we could make it looping. I don't know why it's not playing. I just thought I was going to show you guys something quick and cool, and it didn't work out. Okay, so we'll do that in the next one as well. Maybe, yeah. Okay, we're Pokemon animations, animgraph, new folder. We'll call this Pokeball. We'll open it up and we'll make an animation graph. So a new animation blueprint for the Pokeball skeleton. Call this Pokegraph. It's probably a terrible name. We'll add a state machine. Plug that in. Go into our state machine. We'll go to animations, Pokeball. I'll go to this Pokeball open. Just pause it and go create asset, create pose asset, current pose. And we'll call this Pokeball pose A. Why not? Okay, and then we can just add that in here. And then it'll go to open when we open the ball. Okay, so yeah, I'll say cast to Pokeball. See, it needs to be an actual player. That's the only issue with that. We could go to the Pokeball, the skeletal mesh, and say get anim instance, and then we could cast to Pokegraph. That's gonna work fine. Okay, so we don't need this over here. We just need to make a function. This, a variable, and we'll call this open question mark compile. And then inside of our Pokeball, we'll just do a delay of maybe 1 second. Get rid of that animation, and then we'll just set the Pokeball open. So set open to true, and that's all we're going to do inside the Pokemon. Sorry, that was so messy. And then we'll drag this off to here. To go to it, we'll just check if it's open. We're only going to need to go to it because it's going to get destroyed after it's opened. Now we need to set its graph, excuse me. So go to the skeletal mesh and anim graph, and we'll set this to Pokegraph. Compile and play. And this should have worked this time. Don't know why it's not working. Very bad video. Hey guys, what's he doing over there? It's not open. I know that much. Okay, so we've got an issue with our Pokeball opening for some reasoning. Let's try and set this to true. Compile. Let's see if it opens. And it's not actually opening, so I've got it going to Pokeball pose A, which is a big issue. We needed to go to Pokeball open in the anim graph, and we can compile, and now it is actually opening. So what I'm going to do is not set that to true, and this should actually work. I just didn't have the animation set in the anim graph for some reason. We need to call that after we throw the ball in player base. So back here, we're actually not going to need this delay. We're going to get rid of the delay. Compile, go to your player base, and on finished off of your Pokeball, we've got to call open Pokeball and compile. So after it finishes moving, then It actually shouldn't happen after it finishes moving. It should, because it's being destroyed. It should happen before that. So, right over here, when this thing finishes, excuse me, we're gonna do another delay, not a retro delay, and we'll do a delay of 1.2 seconds. Right after opening the Pokeball, and then that'll spawn the Pokemon. I don't know why I thought it would work the other way around, but there we go. Our Pokeball did actually open. Excuse me. We can have it open a bit faster and play a bit faster. We can have this delay go up to 2. We can go to that actual Pokeball open. Now we can set this up to 1.3, I think, should be good. And this way we should get the whole Pokeball opening. We'll have to set its rotation a little bit better, but it is opening. So that opens. Okay, cool. We'll set its rotation after we throw it as well. Why not just do that in this video as well? Right before we do that, we'll drag off of our Pokeball and say set actor rotation, and we'll just set it to 0, 0, 0, 0. It should work, I think. So there's rotation set to 0, 0, 0, and we're going to set it to 180 on the y-axis. So it goes onto its top. And there we go. And then it opens, and there will come our Pokemon. Okay, so we'll add some VFX and stuff to that. Just a little bit extra to add to the video because the Pokemon selection thing was so short. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, if you are not, please like and subscribe. Goodbye.